Pam. I am the horticulturist, and I thought we could start December with a plant that is so common, Ramona, with a house plant that's so common that one of its common names is actually houseplant. I kid you not. And it is the pothos. If I had my way, they would be hanging in every corner in every room of your house because they're easy and there's so many different kinds of them, and they're easy and they're cheap and they grow really fast. Oh my God. I've got one episode here for you that is kind of a pothos general care, and then we will talk about the different kinds of pothos, and then I think I'll do a little part 3 next week that's just going to rank them. Let's judge them and make them compete against each other. I think that's kind of fun. We haven't talked about these guys. This is a pothos. P-O-T-H-O-S, pothos. I'm not going to say that because it makes my mouth feel weird. So what's a pothos? The pothos is kind of one of those tried and true. You probably have either had one of these or have known somebody who has one of these, or maybe your grandma had one of these. These are like the classic houseplant. They were my, not first, but they were my trigger apparently. And something about it, I don't know, something about it broke my brain, and now this is my life. I'm okay with it. I think that these are so generally loved because they're easy. They are super forgiving. They tell you when they're thirsty by looking like this, limp and kind of like, I don't know, sad kid. See, it should be perky. If they're still looking pretty good, like this, stick your finger in there. If it's still moist, if it's still wet, put it back. If it is dry to the bone, water it well. Let it drain completely and put it away, and then ignore it again. And you wait until it dries out again, or it starts looking like this. Try not to do this every time because old growth starts dying if I do too many periods of drought between waterings. Just a thing to keep in mind. I don't water these until they are pretty darn dry because they are all up here on my waterfall, and I only get to them maybe once a week. Sometimes it's 2. During the winter, that's fine. During the summer, it can be a little sad. In the summer, I really have to do it once a week. In the winter, I can go as long as 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the size of the plant. You really want to let them dry out. That's really the only way I think that you're going to kill these is by overwatering them, which is going to kill any plant. Keep in mind that the farther away from the window, you know, the lower light that the plant is in, the less often you're going to need to water it. So keep an eye on it, but keep that in mind. The closer it is to the light, the more it's actively growing, and it's, you know, using more energy, taking up more water, using it. If you just go by a schedule and you water, you know, a close plant and a faraway plant, same size, shape, everything else, either this one is going to get really dry before this one does, or this one's going to get root rot before this one does because this one stays wet while this one dries out. The light situation is pretty wide on these guys. They are pretty happy in most light situations that you've got at your house. I keep mine all over the place. I've got them in hanging baskets randomly in my house. On the waterfall wall here have plant lights, as you can see up there. So the ones in here actually get the best light of anybody, but that's also because they're farther away from a window than anybody. So they have to have extra light. However, if they were down on the ground, like Mr. Philodendron here, they'd be fine. They really just need some light. Low is generally good. They are going to grow faster with more light. A little extra fertilizer now and then isn't ever going to hurt. And otherwise, you can pretty much ignore these guys. Hey, subscribe wherever it is. Like and subscribe, and stick around for part 2 coming up.